And we are live. Welcome into the Arena Productions Live for Friday, October 27th, 2023. I'm your host, Expat, along with my co-host, Burley of Burleyman Gaming. Happy Friday to you, Burley. How are you, man?
I'm all right. Happy Friday to you, Expat.
Yeah, it's funny. I just want to mention this before we get into the gist of the show. Of course, one of our other co-hosts, Fubu87, he threw me an interesting TikTok video yesterday regarding Mario, and the reason for it being called Super Mario was because, like, for example, you know, when you hear the voice of Mario, like, it's Mario, right? You know, and then you hear that it's me, right? This guy was trying to say that it's me means super in Japanese. And so that's why he's called Super Mario. No, that is not the case. Itsumi does not mean super in Japanese. Subarashi means super or great in Japanese, right? And I would love to, because there are people out here in Japan that actually fix like mistakes that are made, like Japanese English, you know, stuff like that. And so they actually make companies and they go out and they help people with their English, you know, like with their signs, with their t-shirts that they're making and things like that. So I should like be like combing all of like TikTok and all of the web and just calling out and, you know, like, no, that's wrong. That's not right. You know, to these people that are trying to get clicks on TikTok and all the other platforms when they don't know what they're talking about. Either that or they're just trying to get the clicks, you know, because, you know, it's me, you know, in katakana English means it's me, right? But it's me does not mean super, right? In you know, in Japanese. So yeah, that's just so Fubu is like, you know, commenting back, it's like it's great to have somebody that's an expert and, you know, that actually, you know, knows the language and lives out here that can, you know, correct these type of things. But yeah. So yeah. So you should do that for French, Burley, since you're out there in Canada.
Yeah, no, I have I'm not the greatest with French. You can do that if you want with TikTok, but you're gonna waste a lot of time in your life.
Well, Burley, I'm not going to do it. I'm just saying, you know.
No, I think you should. I think you should. You don't have enough in your no, I'm kidding.
What? With all the stuff I do on this channel, I'm in overdrive.
I could just see me in 5 seconds. Oh, Burley disconnected. And back to our regular shit.
Back to our regularly scheduled programming. Yes, it's like, you know, Burley's talking, then boop, you know. All right, so we got a great Friday show for you. We're going to be talking about the Microsoft reorganization. So with Xbox, and we have a new president of Xbox. We're going to be talking about who that is. Alan Wake 2, the review roundup. The reviews are out, Burley. And this is going to also, you know, kind of be a part of what we're going to be talking about on the podcast episode tomorrow for the regular weekly podcast. So we're going to talk about that. The Outer Worlds celebrates 5 million players. We're going to talk about that. And then a game that has another release window. We'll talk about that at the end of the show.
You mean the game of the year for 2024?
We shall see. I would think not, but anyway, we'll let all of the viewers be the judge of that, so they can throw something in the comments. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to it. So, good old Sarah Bond. Microsoft reorganizes its Xbox and marketing teams to prepare for an AI and gaming future. So let me go ahead and put the link to that article from The Verge up there for you here. So for all of you video viewers, you could check that out at The Verge. I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of it for you. So basically, Sarah Bond is now becoming president of Xbox. Of course, she will still report to Phil Spencer. Uncle Phil is still the top dog. He's still the main man. He's the CEO. But she has been promoted to president of Xbox. And then Matt Booty is basically going to be overseeing Bethesda and ZeniMax. So that's pretty awesome. So let me go ahead and read that for you. So Microsoft is reorganizing its Xbox gaming and marketing leadership. Less than 2 weeks after acquiring Activision Blizzard, Microsoft is promoting Matt Booty to president of game content and studios, including the new responsibility of ZeniMax, and Sarah Bond to Xbox president, overseeing all Xbox platform and hardware work. On the marketing side, Chief Marketing Officer Chris Capicella is stepping down after 32 years at Microsoft. So the Xbox changes mean Booty will now lead an expanded organization inside Microsoft Gaming that now includes ZeniMax and Bethesda. Quote, ZeniMax will continue to operate as a limited integration entity led by Jamie Letter, president and CEO, reporting to Matt, end quote. And Microsoft explained Microsoft Gaming CEO Phil Spencer in an internal memo. So what this is probably going to do, Burley, is this is going to prevent another scenario with, like, say, Redfall. So Microsoft is clearly focusing on better collaboration between the teams it acquired with that. So, this is pretty cool. So, quote, great games are fundamental to everything we do. So explains Spencer in his memo. We believe that an expanded gaming content organization, one that enables Xbox Game Studios and ZeniMax development studios to collaborate effectively together, will empower those world-class studios to do their best in growing our portfolio of games players love, end quote. So Bond, speaking of Sarah, will now take over the hardware and software platforms of Xbox. Quote, to manage the platform of today and build the platform of tomorrow, we are bringing together the teams that will make this possible, end quote, explains Spencer. Quote, Sarah Bond will lead this team as president of Xbox, bringing together devices, player and creator experiences, platform engineering, strategy, business planning, data, and analytics, and business development, end quote. So now that the Activision Blizzard deal is over, Burley, it looks like this reorganization is setting things up for the future to hopefully not allow something like Redfall to happen again. And then when it comes to the AI and all of that and the hardware, that's going to fall on Sarah now. So your thoughts?
Do you think her employee number is 007?
Of course it is.
Sorry, I had to make that joke.
Of course it is, man. Well, I mean, I think it's on Twitter. She like Bond, Sarah Bond. That's so cool. Yeah. So, but anyway, your thoughts.
You might as well stare. Oh, good on her for getting to be up there. Yeah, I'm really hoping this means that they are going to be having that fine-tuned comb on all these games and stuff, because they have another Redfall disaster or another Halo Infinite disaster. Mm-hmm. Xbox is going to be in real bad trouble. So I'm really hoping her and Matt can really hunker down and be like, what? You're trying to release this game in this state? No, you kick it back. You get this right.
Yeah.
Really hoping that this gives me some hope that for some of these future titles that they're not going to come out half-baked.
Yeah, and with the leaks we had with the hardware and the new hardware and the controller and all, I'm wondering how Sarah is going to handle that now. Whether or not they're going to reconfigure a little bit, or they're just going to continue with the same plan and just, at a date of their discretion, come out with the announcement of when, this hardware will release. I'm really interested to see that. I mean, good on him, and good for Sarah, man. I mean, she's, actually she used to work for T-Mobile. So she's been in the cellular market. So that's really interesting, because I can see them making, with the AI and with all of that, making the big push into,
they own
gaming.
King.
Yes, now that they own King. Yes. So
Yeah.
that'll be really interesting. So yeah. Any other thoughts, Burley, on that?
I can't wait to see what we get from this with her in there. See how things are going to go going forward in 2024.
Right. Okay. So today, Alan Wake 2 releases.
Children
Excited?
of the Elder God.
Are you excited for it, Burley?
Oh yeah, I've got it loaded up on the PlayStation 5.
Awesome, nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to playing it. So let's go ahead and move on to the review roundup for Alan Wake 2. So 13 years in the making. So this is from GameSpot. So the article here for all of you video viewers, you could check out the article there. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little bit of the reviews, and they are quite positive. Remedy's long-awaited horror game Alan Wake 2 is launching today. So ahead of that, reviews for the game have begun to appear online, shining a light on the critical reaction to the title. So GameSpot actually gave it a 10 out of 10, Burley.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and read what they said. Quote, the mere existence of an Alan Wake 2 would have at different points over the years felt like a minor miracle, but for it to be this one that feels singular in its achievements and coming from a studio that refuses to shy away from the past, less traveled, makes Alan Wake 2 a miracle illuminated, end quote. That was from Mark Delaney over at GameSpot. But Game Rant gave it a 2.5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to read that one. This is from Dalton Cooper. Quote, even if the game's rather frustrating technical problems didn't exist, Alan Wake 2 would still be a disappointment because of its shortcomings in those departments. So that's interesting because talking about technical issues, so maybe there's a lot of bugs and glitches in this thing. What do you think?
Yeah, I quickly, because I had read his review, he was on PC. So remember, PC, so
yeah,
that could be that there's a multitude of factors. I'm not saying like, hey, this is not good that a PC port of the game is having bugs and stuff like this. Yeah. But if he didn't have, recommended hardware, that could be it.
Yeah. Games Hub gave it a 5 out of 5. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10. VGC 5 out of 5. Guardian 4 out of 5. So the list goes on here. So Games Radar 5 out of 5. I'll go ahead and read that one. Quote, the pacing won't be for everyone, with narration and exploration weighed equally against action and story. But if you are willing to embrace the weird rhythms and idiosyncratic tendencies that underpin the entire experience, what you'll find in Alan Wake 2 is an adventure quite unlike any other, end quote. So that comes from Josh West over at Games Radar. So, yeah, I mean, that's interesting that they talk about pacing in this game. But, yeah, we shall see. I'm really, really excited. But overall, very, very good reviews, Burley. So, it'll be interesting to see how this pans out and what the gamers out there say about it, on the net. So
yeah, I've known a few people that have played it last night or early this morning, I should say, and they were really enjoying it. Yeah. So it sounds like this is just another great game in Broketober.
Yeah, Broketober, yeah.
Well, like you've had this game this week.
Spider-Man last week, yeah.
Spider-Man, Mario, and Sonic last week, and then it's just so much. And like this, you had the Metal Gear collection, but that one's not being talked about as greatly as the others. Let's just say that.
Those of you watching now, let us know in the comments, what are you playing now? Yeah, we'd like to know what you're playing. Are you playing Alan Wake 2 from today? Are you playing Spider-Man 2? Are you playing Super Mario Brothers Wonder? Anyway, let us know what game you're playing in the comments. So, yeah, I'm excited for it, man. I'm excited to play the other character too, the FBI agent. So
Saga, yeah, that's gonna be interesting having the dual protagonist kind of thing.
Right.
and switching between them. You get Alan's perspective, her perspective, see
Right.
how it all kind of weaves together.
Right. Yeah. So, and I just want to throw this out here. Our regular weekly podcast, The Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, episode 151 is coming to you tomorrow. Of course, we record live from 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time on Saturdays. And in this episode, we're going to be talking about Alan Wake 2. Is it the best horror game of 2023? So we're going to give our thoughts on horror games that have come out this year, and where does Alan Wake 2 stack up to the other games that were released this year. So really excited for that. Episode 151 of the Arena Multi-Platform Gaming News Podcast with myself, Burley, and our other co-host, Fubu87. So, and Turn-Based Carl, our other co-host, he's on hiatus right now. He should be back with us in November, but yeah, for this episode, yeah, it's going to be a great discussion. Looking forward to talking about it. So, yeah, great stuff. Yeah. So, lots of cool horror games this year. But yeah, you know, it's going to be a fun conversation to talk about, you know, Alan Wake 2 and where it stacks up. Is it the best horror game of 2023? We shall see. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. So we're looking forward to recording that live. So, all right. So Burley, you're up next. So we're going to be talking about a game from Obsidian that the second game is being worked on, and I'm really excited to see that come to Game Pass at some point, hopefully next year. I'm really excited for that. And you know, Starfield took some pointers from Obsidian when it came to like dialogue choices and things like that for, you know, Starfield when it came to the Outer Worlds. So, but the Outer Worlds hit a milestone. So can you go ahead and read that, read a little bit of that for us and explain? So the Outer Worlds. Yeah.
Yep. The Outer Worlds celebrates 5 million players. So this is from Gaming Bolt by Ravi. Mm-hmm. Obsidian Entertainment's The Outer World has 5 million players since launch. The sci-fi role-playing game launched on October 2019 for Xbox One, PS4, PC, before arriving for the Switch in June 2020 and launching for Xbox Series and PS5 with the Spacer's Choice Edition in March 2023. Yeah. So, set in the Helcon system, you're a stranger and inhabitant of Hope, a colony ship that went mysteriously missing due to various mega corporations exploiting the system's resources. They're struggling to get by. The stranger must find a way to wake Hope's inhabitants from cryosleep while assisting the centenary of Holocon.
Burley! Right. No yawning. Come on, it's morning for you, man.
Yeah.
It should be the evening when you're yawning. Come on. It's Friday, man.
Yes, I know. Sorry, I don't want to yawn. Trust me.
I know. I'm just.
But it's glad to see. It's glad to see this game got 5 million, celebrating 5 million users. It was a really, really good game.
Oh yes.
I think it's been. I think it's better than a lot of Bethesda games.
Yeah, when I started playing Starfield, I was like, man, this is just the Outer Worlds on another level. You know, because you know, you get the ship, you get your partners and your crew, and you get on the ship, and it's like I'm on the ship that I was on you know, in the Outer Worlds when I was playing that game. But that's how it felt, you know, in the beginning. So, but yeah, it's great stuff.
Oh yeah, this was a great game. I highly recommend if you're into the Fallout, Starfield, try the Outer Worlds, and and one thing you want to try a persuasion build in this.
Yeah.
Because one of the early on, I love it, is you got this guy that corners you because you're trying to take him down. He's like, I've got all these people, and then I forget what the dialogue tree is, but if you've got good enough persuasion, it goes, I've paid off all your men. If you try and fire, soon as you try and give the order to fire, you're gonna be dead, and he goes like, oh, and runs away. I love
Right.
it. It was just so good. Like,
Right.
and just some of the other stuff you can do with persuasion later.
Oh
in the
yeah,
games here.
so good, so good. I'm wondering how they're going to enhance that in the Outer Worlds too. I mean, that's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So. Yeah, I mean, it's like, what corporation are they going to add to, the Outer Worlds too? And I can't wait to see what the story is with that game. It's going to be fun. I'm hoping I'm hoping it gets a 2024 release. I really do, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's 2025. But
I'm thinking 2026 because they've got Avowed coming.
Yeah, so that's true. Yeah.
I think Avowed's next year, 2026 for the Outer Worlds too.
Okay. Well, that's your prediction. We shall see.
Yep.
All righty. So, good stuff with the Outer Worlds. All right. So, finally, in this episode, do you remember a game from Ubisoft called Skull and Bones? Everyone, and how the game was like delayed, and everybody thought it was going to be canceled, and then it was like delayed again, and then it was delayed another time, and another time over. Well, it looks like we're getting a release window again for the Skull and Bones game. So I'll let you go ahead and read the article from IGN, Burley. So go ahead.
Skull and Bones has yet another new release window.
Who would have thought it?
Yeah, who would have thought? It just keeps.
Who would have thunk it? Yeah.
It just keeps drifting away. By Rebecca Valentine. It's Ubisoft's earning days, which means we were due yet another update on the 6-time delayed pirate game Skull and Bones. And the news not explicit. Another delay. The latest update we expect to Skull and Bones to launch sometime between January and March of 2024. It's not coming this year, which doesn't surprise us because we're at the end of October. We still haven't heard anything.
You know what? I would just get it out. Just get it over with.
Well, yeah.
Because you know what? I mean, if it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. If it's gonna be crap, it's gonna be crap.
Wow.
With all these delays, it's probably going to be crap, and you're going to have a player base that's going to last for maybe 3 or 4 days. So they ought to just get it out now and get it over with and just move on to the Division 3, which they've announced now, and they should probably be working on that like gangbusters to get Division 3 out.
Yeah, well,
go ahead.
They have their other titles. This is it, because I've heard people saying just cancel it. They can't because they took money from the Singapore government to get this out.
Right.
So they have to release this.
And Avatar's coming in December.
Yep, you got Avatar in December. In January, you got Prince of Persia, something Crown, the Lost Crown.
Yeah, if it's not delayed, at the last minute.
Yeah, so they have those. They have their X-Defiant and as well. Like, they have all this other games. Ubisoft has not been doing well. Like, I know Mirage sold okay so far that we've heard.
Yeah.
But I don't think Mirage is bringing in the money they need right now. They're really they're hoping on an Avatar and Prince of Persia to kind of bring them back up.
Yeah, I don't think that they would be depending on Mirage to make gangbusters money for them, because it's not like a full-blown game. It's like, and then they only sold it for like $40, right? Because
I think 40 for US for the base.
Right, because it's not, it was supposed to be like,
$20 DLC, standalone DLC.
for Valhalla. So, yeah. But just get it out. Just get it over with.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, I get it. I part of me is like, yes, I agree. Just sitting there and polishing, but they know everything they've heard and they've shown. People are like, no, I don't want this. And here's the thing. Sea of Thieves is still going strong. They just have put out a bunch of updates and people are playing. Still happy with Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
So they're in market and competition against Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves has been out for what, like 7-8 years?
Yeah, it's a wonderful game. I mean, it's great. You know, it's
So and Sea of Thieves is doing well. People like Sea of Thieves.
Mhm.
So you know what? They're in a damn, no matter what they do, they're screwed. I think just get it out there.
Yeah.
But I think honestly, wait till after Avatar and Prince of Persia. Give those time games for them to come out, breathe, and try and do as well as they can.
Right.
See how those do, and then just get this thing out. You know you're going to take the bomb. Stop putting more money into it. Get it out.
Yeah.
Let people, and let's just see how it fares.
Is this a record, Burley, for the amount of times a game has been delayed? 6 times.
I think Duke Nukem 3D might.
Okay. Yeah.
Or not 3D. Duke Nukem Forever. That was it. Not 3D.
Okay.
That had the most delays probably.
Okay.
Or it could be this. This is something I'd have to relook in, but yeah.
Right.
In modern, this is the most delays I've seen of a game in God knows how long. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know you're looking forward to it, and it's your game pick of 2024. Oh no, sorry, it's Carl's. Carl just didn't want me to say it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
sorry, Carl.
It's Carl's or Fubu's. It's one of the two of them. Yeah. Because Fubu's, he's already fed up with the FC24. So, I mean, so he'll go with Skull and Bones next. No. Don't do that, Fubu. No. You gotta take a case of spiritual opium before you do something like that. Yeah.
I will say I am willing to. I'm not gonna buy this game unless I saw it like at a dollar bin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Skull and Bones.
Yeah.
But like I'm willing to, I'm willing to pay the $16 for Uplay. Try it for a week or for that month. See how the game is gameplay wise, like visually, and stuff like that, and some of the stuff that we've seen and stuff. I have my expectation low, but I'll be like, okay, I only paid $16 to try this for a month. Yeah. It's all right. Do not spend they want over here in Canada for just like the base edition of the game $101. It's like, yeah, you're not.
Yeah. And before we end tonight, Burley, this morning for you out in the West, but they had some news about the Golden Joystick Awards. So the award seasons are coming soon, very, very soon. Yeah, and of course, Baldur's Gate 3, is up there.
See a star for indie.
Sea of Stars is on there as well. Starfield is on there. I mean, there's a whole list. And it looks like Spider-Man 2 is going to be hitting that list also.
Yeah, award season this year is going to be very interesting.
It's going to be so interesting. Yeah.
Remember, if you can vote on any of this stuff, Sea of Stars for indie.
Yeah, for indie, yes, for indie, for sure.
In my mind, it has a chance for RPG, but that's way too tough. But for indie, I've played some other indies this year, and there have been some great indies. But I am biased, but this has been one of the best indies I've played. Where it's like, this was an indie team. Like some AAA teams could take some notes here.
Yeah, well, the reason Burley says he's biased is because he's a Kickstarter for Sea of Stars. So,
and I'm a fellow Canadian. It's a Canadian game, so
right. So, yeah, but man, So, a lot of cool games. Alan Wake 2 out today. Yixing, I've been playing some of that. Over on Game Pass as well. Yeah, I mean, Yixing looks good. Playing Sakamoto Ryoma, of course. It's fun stuff. But, I mean, we're getting Tactica soon. I mean, November's right around the corner. Of course, we got Halloween, next Tuesday. Yeah. So are you doing a Halloween special stream or anything, Burley?
Yes. I'm going to stream. Last year, I tried doing it, but I had internet issues. I'm going to stream Costume Quest.
Okay.
So I'm going to... I got, I think, a half hour into that game before... shit hit the fan. So
Nice. I was thinking of streaming because I still haven't played it yet. The last Dark Pictures anthology game I played was Little Hope. So I need to play House of Ashes. So I might stream that, or I might do Resident Evil 8, Village.
Play House of Ashes. Play a good game.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Burley. I mean, come on. You love the big vampire lady, right? Yeah. I got to experience that.
Yeah. I didn't. The internet got obsessed with Lady Demonstru or whatever her name was. I never did. Like she was. Yeah. She has some interesting lines of dialogue, but she's not in the game very long. Let's just say that.
Yeah, well, but still, I mean, it's intriguing. I want to check it out. I want to see that. So. Yeah, but I do want to play House of Ashes though, because it's like, I think the setting is Afghanistan, so like U.S. troops in Afghanistan, and they fall into some kind of cave, I think it is, and and find some real creepy stuff in there. I'm really excited for that because those Dark Pictures games, the choices matter, because whatever choices you make, somebody might live, somebody might die. In some instances you might come out just by yourself and everybody dies that you were going into the missions with, or whatever the the choices you make, you might save everybody. So I'm excited for that. Excited to look into that. So the Arena Productions Live, of course, weekdays Monday through Friday, 4:30 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So yes, we go live here Monday through Friday. So yes, and of course, tomorrow we are recording episode 151 of the Arena, a multi-platform gaming news podcast, where we will, for our topic of the show, be discussing Alan Wake 2. Is it the best horror game of 2023? So stay tuned for that. We will be broadcasting it live. So we hope to catch you for that. So anyway, Burley, have a great weekend. I will catch you tomorrow. For everybody out there that's watching now and later on in video on demand, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for all of your support. And for the Arena Productions live show here, we hope to catch you again on Monday. So for our next scheduled episode. But of course, the regular podcast, weekly Saturday podcast, will be recorded tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But anyway, have a great day and a great weekend of gaming, and watching all of your entertainment on the streaming services, or whatever medium you watch your entertainment content. We hope to catch you next Monday for the next Arena Productions Live. So I've been your host, X-Bat, along with my co-host, Burleyman Gaming. Take care, everyone. And for this show, we will catch you on Monday. Peace.